everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Trix. Actually, at this moment, I don't yet have a channel, but I'll be creating one. So by the time you see this video, I'll have a channel. And today I would like to talk about what I read in July, what I think about the book, and what I will be reading next. And before I start talking about the books, I just thought it would be fun just to share what motivates me to film this. So this year, I really want to commit myself to spend time on my hobbies, one of them being reading. And actually, I was in a bit of a reading slump the past months. I was working a lot, my mind was occupied the whole time, and I just didn't feel like picking up a book. And I really want to change that. And my way of dealing with a reading slump is usually just to pick a book that I believe I would really enjoy, just to get the momentum going. And personally, that tends to be a medium-sized fiction, which brings me to the book I'm going to talk about today. It is called My Policeman by Bethan Roberts. And like many others, I actually found out about the book because of its movie adaptation that's coming out in October this year, starring Harry Styles. So I watched the trailer, I was super intrigued, and I just immediately went on to read out more about the book and started reading it in July. So My Policeman is the book about two people who are deeply in love with this policeman and have to share him at the time when not all kinds of love are accepted by society, and how that leads to all three lives being destroyed. So first, what I really like about this book is how the story is told. It's told in the form of journal entries by two different people. The first one is Marion. She is the wife of the policeman. The policeman's name is Tom. And the second perspective is by Patrick, who is Tom's lover. And through these two different perspectives, we really get to see Tom in slightly different lights. And even though Tom never directly speaks to us, we feel like we know him so well because of what is told to us by these two people who are clearly so in love with him. The second thing I like about this book is how it starts. It starts with Marion writing not to her husband Tom, but directly to Patrick. And it starts like this. I considered starting with these words. I no longer want to kill you, because I really don't. But then decided you would think this far too melodramatic. You've always hated melodrama, and I don't want to upset you now. Not in the state you're in, not at what may be the end of your life. What a captivating start. Now I really want to know what happened. So why is Patrick dying? Why is Marion writing to Patrick? Where is Tom? And also in the first chapter, we find out that Marion is actually taking care of Patrick, her husband's lover, in her home. And she writes about how she met Tom, how she fell in love with Tom, how she met Patrick. And later in the book, we get to learn all of this again, but through the perspective of Patrick. And I find it super interesting because we really get to see how similar yet different these two are, how they are both clearly in love with Tom, and how their perception of each other also change over time. So yeah, essentially we follow the journey of these three main characters through the storytelling of both Marion and Patrick, from the beginning until the end of the book. And do I want to talk about the ending? No spoilers, don't worry. I do remember finishing the book very late at night on a work day. I just wanted to read a bit before going to sleep, and I ended up finishing the rest of the book because I just couldn't put it down. Many of my questions finally got answered in the last few chapters, and I was just feeling so much for the characters, for all three of them. So in the beginning, I thought by the end of the book, I would have picked a side, but no, I was so in love with all three characters. I cared for them so much as if they were my friends, and I just felt so sorry for what happened to them in the last few chapters of the book. So yeah, in conclusion, it's a 9 out of 10 from me, and I would strongly recommend this book to anyone who enjoys reading a love story that is told in a rather quiet, unpretentious yet super emotional way. And as I finished reading this book, I have actually also started reading my next one for the month, and it is called Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel, who is one of my favorite modern writers. I loved Station 11, The Glass Hotel, so I'm super excited to be reading this. And if you would like to hear me talk about this book, do let me know. And if you read My Policeman, I would really like to know what you think. So do let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.